Welcome back, guys, to another full trade recap. 280 points on the Nasdaq today. I'm going to break down exactly how I caught this move. I usually take full profit around a 1-to-1. Why did I hold this for around a 3.2 risk to reward in total? And how can you catch this trade? How could you have caught this trade? Another thing I will go over today is why did I take the 1 minute IFEG instead of waiting for the 2 minute to close? How can you front run trades, and why is it bad to wait for the 2 minute in this scenario? So let's jump into, first of all, high time frame analysis. Why was I even looking for longs in the first place? So let's go to the time of entry for this trade. So why was I even looking for longs in the first place, right? So first of all, just looking at NQ alone, we are in an uptrend in general, right? Look at the daily time frame. We've delivered from these lows. Overall, we're in an uptrend, right? We've got low resistance liquidity resting above. We've still got these relative equal highs resting above here that I've got marked out, and we're super bullish on the overall time frame. We've had that retrace. We're now inside of a daily fair value gap, and we're also inside of a 4-hour fair value gap. We're approaching roughly the 50% of this range. We never actually quite tapped it. So why did I take a long here out of these gaps to the left? Obviously, I'm anticipating us to deliver off of this. First of all, let's look at the market in terms of liquidity. Where are all the orders resting? Overnight, we have generated this low resistance liquidity. Now, if you're unfamiliar with this, what does this actually mean? So there's orders in the market resting above every single one of these engineered highs. So there is so many orders resting above here, simply meaning the market has to go here. Look below, there's hardly any orders. What have we been doing on the way down here? Sweeping out all of the orders. So there's no orders to sweep out. So that aligning with our high time frame bias is super strong. But why did I actually take an inversion right here and just assuming we were going to run this? Because obviously there's no clear instant reaction to the left, for example. So why did I take this? Let's look at ES. This was ES at the time of entry. At the time of entry on NQ, we just tapped into this daily fair value gap. Obviously, ES is at all-time highs, so ES also super bullish here. Let's look at the lower time frame. We just manipulated the lows on ES, super bullish reaction. On ES, we also had this low resistance liquidity resting above with a load of equal highs, which is pretty normal for ES, but loads of stacked liquidity resting above. Also, this low resistance liquidity is more powerful because we are leading up to a high time frame draw, which in this case is the unfilled 4-hour. And NQ was the exact same concept, right? This low resistance led us up to an unfilled 4-hour / hourly intermediate term high. And I simply waited for a reaction from this low when we set the low on ES. We got this 1 minute V shape. Okay, so why do I not front run? Why do I not wait for the 2 minute here? Obviously, we've closed. So there's multiple reasons for this. One, we're already displacing through the 2 minute. If you look at the time of entry, which was on the 1 minute candle close right here, we've already displaced through the 2 minute, right? We've showed no sign of respecting the 2 minute for one. The second thing here, look at the liquidity, right? Where is the high resistance liquidity? Where is the low resistance liquidity? The high resistance liquidity is this low right here, especially on ES. We do not expect that low to be revisited. Look at all the low resistance liquidity above. So obviously for this trade, I actually targeted around here. I did get stopped in profit, but I got stopped around here. So for about 280 points on this trade. So again, if you haven't already seen my free PDF, you need to study this because it says clearly, if you are super confident in the drawn liquidity, you take the first IFEG that forms. You don't wait for the highest time frame, you don't take the highest time frame, or you don't wait for everything to inverse. This was the first time frame to inverse. Therefore, I entered instantly when we got this candle close. Stop loss resting at the bodies here. Why? Because of super strong displacement. If you're in my VIP, you will know this. It's one of the VIP videos. Super strong displacement, so the stop loss placement is tighter than, for example, if we had a slower close. So break even for this trade. As you can see here, we were inside of a 15-minute gap. This 15-minute gap, considering all the confluences that I've just explained that go for this trade, this 15-minute gap does not mean much at all, right? Does not mean much at all. So where did I actually go break even? At the next 15-minute gap. Still shouldn't mean much. However, if we got a super strong rejection out of this 15-minute fair value gap, I would definitely be less confident in the trade. You don't want to see price come up here, all the way up here, which it was when I went to break even, and then wick all the way back down. And another thing I said on stream here actually is, if for example we did get this, right, if we did come up and then we respected the 15-minute gaps and I ended up getting stopped at break even, I'm likely going to get a continuation trade anyway. So I said I'm perfectly okay with getting stopped out at break even because the likelihood is here I'm going to get a continuation regardless, even if I get stopped at break even, to then take me towards these draws. So it was a safe break even knowing that I'd get a re-entry most likely anyway. So that is the reason for my break even actually being here for this trade. If you look at the 1 minute time frame, we actually displays through this with a lot of momentum. So I was very comfortable going break even. I went break even on this candle close here. I was super confident going break even there. We closed through the highs, and as you can see, we do have a little pullback, but nothing crazy at all. And then we run all the low resistance liquidity as expected. I hold through all this. I trail my stop loss here. When price closes back above this high, after we had this pullback down delivered from a 5 minute, I trailed my stop loss to here. Now you might be thinking, well, that's a little bit of greed, FOMO, whatever you want to call it. Why are you trailing your stop loss there? There's a very strategic market structure reason behind this. I haven't just done this randomly. So if we were to get a continuation long, right, if I wasn't in the long down here, I would be looking for a continuation long to run this low resistance. This 5 minute produces a hypothetical continuation long. We obviously don't get an inverse, but we get a change. We get, for example, an order block here that you could have took a continuation long from. So when we close above this high, this continuation long would fail if price came back to these lows. So if I'm in a long position and the bias is going to continue bullish, do I want to see a continuation long failing in my setup? Absolutely not. So I trailed my stop loss to here. So my hard stop was resting here at this point, and then price just simply ended up running all the way to my TP. I did actually have a fixed TP here, and then I trailed my TP just around the bottom of this candle. So I got stopped out about 280 points in profit there, which obviously, as you can see, it would have eventually hit, but I saved myself and my emotional capital from a long time being sat in this trade. I got stopped out about here at 10.25. I saved myself an extra 40 minutes of being sat in a trade there for the sake of an extra 50 to 60 points when I'd already secured 280 points. So that was the trade today. That's exactly how I managed the trade. Here are my executions for this trade. As you can see, longed at the bottom there. Did not scale, did not do anything. Took full TP at the highs there when I got stopped in profit. If you guys want to ask any questions about today, do make sure to drop me a message on Discord, or of course in the comments. There's more chance of me responding on Discord quicker. That is for sure. The links for all that are in the description. Make sure to subscribe for more free educational content, and I'll see all of you guys in the next YouTube video.